You ready for this? 111 degrees. What does that feel like? Oh, it feels like I'm on fire. These are interesting.
I was banned from this years ago because it would make me fight. It makes the bottom of my feet itch really bad.
You remind me of Diesel. He kind of looks like a coyote. It's 112 degrees and it's 5 o'clock. It's 112 degrees and it's fucking hot. It's 112 degrees and I'm a sweaty man. It's 112 degrees, but I'm in Havasu, man. It's 67 degrees here in Newport Beach, but where we are heading today, it's going to be almost double. Well, it is a lot more than 67 degrees now. I've just stopped off at this rest stop here because it's the last one for the next 80 miles. Welcome to the magnitude of the American highway system. You guys already seen the title. We're going back to Havasu. I had such a great time last time I was there. Obviously, I was learning to ride stand-ups, and I then did that trip from the Parker Dam all the way up to the Davis Dam and back again. Tried to go camping, but failed. This time, I am not gonna fail. I have got the Explorer Pro loaded up with all of my camping gear. We're shooting a bunch of things this week, so that will be coming up over the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. But one of the most important things that I will be trying to complete is an overnight camp on the lake itself. And I don't know if you can see my dongle up there, but I just invested in a Wii Boost. I think for lunch, we might stop off at Topock 66, which I visited on the last trip where I did that 150-mile SeaDoo adventure up and down the river. I stopped in there and said I would love to be able to spend some time there just to relax and enjoy it and not be wearing like SeaDoo stuff. Well, today I'm not. Today I'm in my normal clothes, so I look like a normal human, and I think I'm gonna stop there for a little drink and something to eat before we get all the way into Havasu. Ready? Diesel power, 6.7 liters of fury. Look at that, 2,000 RPMs, and we're at 70. Perfect. I absolutely love this truck. It's just, it's so good, it's so good. It's funny because when I talk to my friends back in England, and I'm like, yeah, I've got a big diesel truck, they're like, oh cool, is it like a 3-liter turbo diesel? Because back in England, 3 liters is a pretty big size engine. If you've got a 4-liter, like the Jeeps had the 4-liter V8 petrol, that's considered enormous. So when I say that this thing is, these roads are so bad because of all the trucks. When I say that this thing is a 6.7 liter V8, people are like, huh? I had to hop out and film this. How awesome. So this right here, this is the iconic Route 66. That is one of the oldest roads that goes across America. And I've just seen this train start to come by, and I want to show you how unbelievable the trains are here, how long they are. So this one actually had 3 locomotives on the front that are pulling them. And this has been going by me now already for about 5 minutes. I mean, these things are miles long, miles long. It's unbelievable. Think how long it would take to stop this much weight. All right then, rail nerds, what's this? It's just lying on the floor. It's actually roasting hot. Got to be very careful where I'm standing because rattlesnakes are definitely a thing out here. What's this? A little tin from, what does that say? EST 19. Is that like 1919 or 2019? So this is Route 66. I actually think this is the first time that I've set foot on this road. But this is how you used to get around before the freeways were put in. This was the road that families took on their road trips. Just think of all of the history, all of the vehicles, all of the journeys, the stories, where people were going, where they were coming from, all on this road. And now it's just forgotten because we have the freeway system. So why would you take a slow single lane road like this? All right, what's this saying? So I installed this thermometer because I want to be able to see what the temperature is like on this trip. So right now, 106.3 degrees. Yep, feels every bit of it too. I installed these vents, and so I like to keep them cracked because you hear how much pressure is in there. Look, I mean, this literally just like deflated. So yeah, I always keep these open. No fuel sloshes out of them, but it just makes sure that things don't get too pressurized in there. Last time I was here, it was about 103, 104 degrees, and I drank so much water. And actually somebody left a comment, and I've no idea why I didn't take any with me because I had them, but they were like, why don't you put electrolytes in your water? Because when it's that hot and you're sweating that much, just drinking water alone will be really difficult to hydrate you. So put electrolytes in. So I have liquid IV and I've brought that with me. So I will be using that on this trip. Keeping hydrated, making sure I'm wearing as much SPF as I can. That is number one and number two on the list, because if it's, oh, it's now 111. If it's this hot when I'm on the water all day with no shade, whew, it's gonna be tough.
Welcome to Arizona.
We're back. Oh, the river looks good. I do love my ocean riding, but out here on the Colorado, it's just, I love it. I really, really love it. And I didn't expect to love it as much as I do, but there's just something about the landscape, about having that like barren, arid, rocky, Martian, lunar landscape, and then this beautiful, blue, crispy, nice, cool, what other words can I get in here? Gorgeous water. And most excitingly, just being able to hoof it up and down and explore all of these amazing places. You ready for this? 111 degrees. What does that feel like? Oh, it feels like I'm on fire. 119 on this. Now this obviously isn't in the breeze, so that's just the sun beating down on it because I've got it right here, but yeah, it's warm. Gonna get a beer and a burger. Just one beer though, because I'm driving, so one light beer. I hope it's open. Should be, right? There's no one here. So they have these cups here that they pour, and it actually pours beer in through the bottom, but don't push up on that thing because the beer comes out. I'm such an idiot. I don't normally make a habit of filming in the men's bathrooms, but these are interesting. Oh, so is that. And that. This place just keeps getting better. Well, there we go. We are bean burgered up. That place is awesome. I just love the vibe. It was very quiet. There wasn't really anybody in there, but that makes sense because it's a Monday afternoon and most people have work. They're not unemployed video makers like I am. I swear this train keeps following me. The last time I was here, I was there, if that makes sense. And there were kids that were swinging off the rope swing here into the river. So you can see here, look, they're letting water out the dam, and all of this sediment coming out of the estuaries is just sitting here. Unless this lady's done a really big wee, in which case, ugh. On this trip, I either want to be in air conditioning, on my SeaDoo, or in the water. Nothing else. We have made it. We're here, Havasu. Da-da! But what I need to do now is track down a very exclusive beverage. Yes. Full Loko.
That's good stuff.
I was banned from this years ago because it would make me fight. It makes the bottom of my feet itch really bad.
Package secured. So if you don't know about Pro Loko, it's a caffeinated malt beverage. They're like 13.5% and they come in these huge cans. So not only do they get you drunk, but they also get you jazzed on the caffeine, which makes you not feel drunk, which makes you drink more of them. And back in the day, with the original recipe, people were actually like going to the hospital. I don't know if anybody ever died from it, But yeah, they're not good. But the last time I was here, I had a little wager with Chris and Anna about my lap time going around the track after they taught me how to ride a stand-up. And the loser had to drink a Four Loko out of their riding boot. Well, we both kind of lost, so we both did a Four Loko together. And then afterwards, I gave it to Chris to try because he had never tried one. And he ended up chugging both of them and really liking them. So I'm just gonna continue the tradition. Chris gets a Four Loko every time I see him, and he'll be grateful for it. Delivery for Chris. Delivery for Chris. What's up, dude? How's it going? Good to see you.
Yeah.
I have a delivery for you.
Oh, some locals over me? Yeah, buddy. And you know how to do it, 2 at a time.
Exactly. I figured we had to
We're gonna
start
save
strong.
that for Wednesday, though.
Okay,
That
all
lit
right.
me up last time. You were
I'm not
wrong.
surprised. So last time I was here, I was talking to you about the Mark Hahn. And if you guys don't know, I raced the Mark Hahn, which is a race here on the lake. And it was probably some of the worst, like top 5 worst conditions I've ever ridden in, let alone tried to race. And one of the issues that I was having was on between turn 1 and turn 2, so going directly across the lake towards California, we were just getting blasted by wind that was kind of coming in at 90 degrees to our side. And what was happening is my ski, being the huge big boat that it is, it's not a race ski, but I raced it anyway, it was getting pushed, and every time a wave would hit me, it would sort of try and follow the direction of the wave. Yeah. And then I had these guys on like the full custom built race skis, and they were just cutting through, blasting by me. And I was getting so annoyed because I'm like, I'm not that bad of a rider. Like, why can I not go as fast as they can? And you were saying something about the sponsons, right?
Yep.
Which is these.
That's right.
This is my sponson, correct?
It is, yep.
Okay, and this is off an RX-PX.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So I can already tell just by looking at it that this one is like, has a little L shape, it's got this lip. Mm-hmm. This one's a lot flatter. So this is what the racing skis tend to have, something that's more aggressive, and then mine has more of a like a leisure setup that makes it more comfortable for lower speed, but perhaps not as good when you're really pushing 10/10ths, right?
Yeah, you know, and a lot of the magic is not just the top side, but it's also the bottom side. And you can see these have 2 different shapes.
So mine is very flat.
That's right.
And so is this good for like sort of lower speed, cruising stability, that
Absolutely.
kind of thing?
Yeah, this is a great sponson for a lot of different, you know, experiences, right? Because I've seen them on the Wake Pro, and you have the Explorer, and I think there's a fishing one as well. And so when you're riding at certain speeds, this is a great design. But then when you want to take it to the next level, that's why SeaDoo made a much more aggressive, more sharper edge, you know, style of sponson for their race machine.
I guess what I'm trying to do is make a square peg fit a round hole, kind of, because I'm trying to take an Explorer, which is made for exploring, not racing, and I'm trying to take it racing. But you were saying that there's a way that we can perhaps make it do both, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, SeaDoo's got a great hull, and it's just a matter of sometimes changing a couple parts to fit what you want to use it for. And so that's where we specialize, because we are the handling specialists. And so what I've done on this is not a SeaDoo sponson, but it's kind of it's a runabout sponson, and we have integrated in a few different shapes and kind of a staggered, kind of a serrated design.
Is this for water to escape? Is that what that's for?
It is, yeah. It's just sort of, when you do have that grip going into the turn, it feels a little more linear, never breaks loose and scares you, kind of thing. Sometimes these watercraft, they go through a turn and then boom, it just 180s on you, and so the serrated edges kind of gives you that, you know, predictability in those atmospheres.
So this is quite similar in a way to this, obviously not with the serrated edges, but with that step side, whereas this doesn't have that at all. It's just a very shallow transition.
And so like SeaDoo knows, like this gives you some great stability, good grip, you know, but they don't quite have a sponson like this for the other models. So if you start pushing them hard or put a lot of weight on them, you know, you definitely need to change up the characteristics of the sponson to fit your needs.
Okay. And so you were saying then that there's the potential that we could maybe do something like this for the Explorer. So we're getting like the handling that you would get from one of the performance sponsons, but also not losing that playfulness and the sort of overall usability of the ST3 hull sponson, right?
Yeah, we definitely can. I mean, you give a little to get a little. I mean, the playfulness on this WaterCraft or this sponson is definitely going to be at the most. You know, the kind of maneuverability is going to be better on what SeaDoo did because they know what they're doing. But when you want to get into a little more, like you're saying in the Marcon, a little more stability and rough speeds and crossing weird wakes and pushing the boundaries of the watercraft, then you might need something a little bit different to fit those needs. This is sort of our work in progress. So, but what you're looking at is a wood shell that is holding epoxy. And basically this is a billet chunk of material that I'm going to machine into a sponson.
How long until this is something formed into what could maybe be bolted to one of those skis?
It could be next week and it could be a couple months from now, but it really just depends on, you know, how much I stop drinking beer at night and I get back to it. But
well, I don't want to ruin the fun.
Are good.
I don't want to ruin the fun. But could this potentially be something that was ready for the Mark Hahn next year, which I believe is February?
Put me on the spot. I think we're going to have to.
That would be cool.
Maybe we have a big unveiling coming. I don't know.
That would be cool.
You know?
Well, I'm excited. You guys know I love modding things, and so Chris also has the exact same bug that I do.
Oh, yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled, because I didn't even know when I showed up today, I didn't even know this was a thing. So very excited, and I appreciate you putting some time into that.
Of course,
because that's going to be badass. All right, dude, I got to go and get a hat. I forgot to bring a hat, which seems like a terrible idea with a bald head.
It's only 118 out there, so
it's so hot. It is so hot. So I'm going to run and do that. You've got to finish up. Oh, hold on. Was this what was all
we were
clamped up?
Yep.
No
that was
way.
in pieces last time.
Do you guys remember in the last video when I was here, this was all clamped together and it was just the hull. Now it's the finished piece. Are these integrated sponsons? Is that how it works on these?
Yeah.
So you integrate them into the bodywork. Wow. Yep. And is that just on yours or is that on all stand-ups?
No, we're the only ones that have such integration of the hull.
Wow, that's awesome. So tomorrow, we're going to go out for a little cruise. If you remember when Anna taught me how to ride a stand-up, I mean, she showed me how to ride a stand-up and I barely got it, but I said that I would give it another go. And so Chris agreed that tomorrow we can go out and we can just do some like nice cove riding. We're not going to go on the track because I was too much of a wimp and nearly ran into oncoming traffic and apparently got lost numerous times. Although I still say that they moved the buoys while I was out there, but we're going to go out tomorrow for a little cruise. That'll be next week's episode. But yeah, for now, let me go grab a hat. You finish up your work.
Okay.
And maybe some beers?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes. It's 112 degrees and it's 5 o'clock. It's 112 degrees and it's fucking hot. It's 112 degrees and I'm a sweaty man. It's 112 degrees, but I'm in Havasu, man. Okay, before we go any further, remember, Swordsy, hydration is key. And that's why I've got all of these. What shall I do? Let's do one of these. Weird thing, it says for your everyday adventures, which I didn't realize was an Nalgene branded thing. That's cool because it's same as my Find Your Everyday Adventure. And it means that I can always have 1,440 milliliters of water in the truck, nice and cold, at all times. Oh, this is the most important thing. Oh man. Yeah, that's a small hat. Fred Durst. Don't like it. Why are they all so big? I don't feel like you have to come with me to go hat shopping, so hopefully I'll be back with a hat on my head. Oh yeah! It's not my favorite. It is a melon and they are very nicely made. They're also very expensive. This is like a $70 hat. It's so hot in here. Stand by. So yeah, this is in no way sponsored. I just went and spent my own money on this. They did have a buy one get one half off, so I did also get a nice Salty Crew t-shirt with that on the front, great white shark, and big great white shark on the back, which I thought was pretty cool. They've got like quite a weird front. The front's very big. Now, I'm hoping that by the time it's gotten wet and sweaty and I've dropped it in the water and all the rest of it, it'll sort of lose some of that rigidity. But anyway, it's the one that had the best coverage front and back. It's got this like cool mesh stuff. And once I got my sunglasses on, it looks kind of cool. Actually, no, these aren't the ones. These ones with the little side arms. Now this is, well, it's not sponsored. They didn't ask me to say it, but This is the new bomber eyewear that I've been wearing, and I absolutely love it. So these are my riding glasses. They've got these little shields here. They are also safety glasses, and then these are my just like normal run around day-to-day ones that are also safety glasses, but they just look a little bit more fashionable. You know what I mean, darling? Fashionable. I do like things like this look. So it has this little rubber pad so that when you take it off, maybe you've got grubby, sweaty fingers and you lift it off your head, you've got some nice grip. That's a nice touch. I like that. They're also local as well, made in California. I think actually Laguna Beach. I'm pretty sure they're somewhere near me. So anyway, nice to support, you know, local companies and all the rest of it, even if they are horrifically expensive. But I need a hat because otherwise my big bald head is going to get really red. I have returned with a head covering.
Kick ass on this thing.
Might be time to crack a 4 Loko.
I've already started a beer. You want a beer?
I'll do a beer, yeah, why not? I mean, I'm done for the day. He's probably faster than me. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, I was so determined to make it better.
Oh my, is this them or is this the standard one?
That's the standard ones, right? But we made deeper.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, that is hilarious.
This is how we do it. We're always trying to make something a little better. Well, much harder.
Cheers, buddy. To a good few days.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This
That's the strong stuff. All right, we ready? Fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down, fall. It's falling. Good morning, guys. It is 7 a.m. and the lake is looking absolutely beautiful. So last night Chris actually had to work on the skis for a lot longer than he thought, so we didn't manage to go for beers or food or anything like that, which means that I'm up fresh and early, and I'm actually going to take my SeaDoo out on the lake and just go for a little early morning cruise, enjoy this nice flat water, no wind yet, and the temperature is about perfect. It's only 99 degrees, so feels just absolutely positively cool, chilly, fresh, crisp. It really doesn't. Anyway, let's hook him up, let's take him down to the water, and let's go out for a little early morning sesh. Reminder to take your vitamins. Nothing like a nice peaceful morning. I didn't tell him to do that either. I would say this is a pretty nice breakfast spot. So cool. Oh my goodness, not gonna lie. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me say this now. I'm really hot. Allegedly, it's only 91 degrees. It's only 4 feet deep here, so I don't think we've got any risk of me drowning. All right, let's see. Is this burrito gonna be any good a day later? It is good. I made some bangers and mash the other night, and I had some leftover mash. So there's mashed potato in here, There's some leftover baked beans from breakfast the same morning. So there's baked beans in here. There's some cheese, and then there's some like breakfast scramble package thing that I bought that I cooked as well. It's in here, so let's see if the fish like it. Oh, there's a big guy there, look. Honestly, it's not as good as I hoped. Where's that big guy? Oh, there he is. On this. Bloop. Little brekkie burrito for them. Look at that little coyote over there. Hey, bud. Let's see if we can go say hi. Oh, there's 2 vultures up there. See them? That's alright, bud. Don't worry. What's for brekkie? You remind me of Diesel. He kind of looks like a coyote. Alright, I've run up on the rocks a little bit here, so I'm gonna have to hop off and push out a bit. Oh, don't mind me, mate. You had your fish, now it's time for a poop. I get it. I had a vegan burrito for you, but I threw it in the water. So that was his meal. I bet you still want the rest of that, don't you? Alright, don't let me bother you. You come back and eat your food. Well guys, I think that is going to end this episode. Seems like a pretty cool way to end it, watching a coyote have his breakfast and 2 vultures up there watching him. This week is going to be amazing, so stay tuned because the next few weeks of content all going to be Havasu based, and we've got so many fun things coming up. We've got stand-ups, we've got some endurance stuff, we've got some camping. You are not going to want to miss it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe because I'd love to see you here again. Give this video a like, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought. And other than that, I think you know what to do. Remember, until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya.